Hi, Steve Lackmeyer here with another edition of OKC Central. Today we're visiting again with Jim Cowan, Director of the Bricktown Association. Jim, thanks for joining us again.
Glad to be here. Fun day.
Well, you know, we've been seeing the Banjo Museum open up, and we're seeing a lot of new attractions opening up in Bricktown. You got the candy store. We've seen some more restaurants, a couple clubs. Are we seeing a more diverse array of attractions here in Bricktown? What's to come?
Well, hopefully more things like the Banjo Museum. And, you know, just a few weeks ago, the ACM opened up across the street. And what we're seeing is that people don't look at Bricktown anymore as just a place where there's restaurants and nightclubs, but they're truly seeing it for what we want to continue to grow it as, and that's as a complete entertainment district and even residential. So the history of today being the opening day of the Banjo Museum, I think it's something we'll look back upon for many years to come.
Well, what are we seeing from the Academy of Contemporary Music? Are we seeing more students walking around, or what?
It's the neatest sight in the world, and I've been in restaurants at lunch, and students walk in and they're carrying their musical instruments, and it just puts smiles on people's faces because, you know, they're looking at Bricktown as a campus where they go to school. And so now we're trying to figure out how we can really work together, and so we're trying to make students aware of what jobs are available down here in Bricktown. We're looking at special ways where they can park. I think that's been handled. And even more importantly, what we're doing is we're continuing to grow in terms of musical significance, not just for Oklahoma City and Oklahoma, but, you know, with the ACM and now the Banjo Hall of Fame, I mean, internationally.
Now, a year or two ago, we were hearing reports the Mickey Mantle family was in talks with the Red Hawks, possibly doing a museum in Bricktown. What happened to that?
Talks are still going on. I know it's something that we'd love to see in Bricktown, and sometimes these things happen quickly and sometimes it takes a while, and unfortunately it seems to be that the negotiations are still going on, but things aren't happening as quickly as we'd like to see. But the other significance of the Banjo Museum opening up is, okay, what's next? Because they're kind of paving the way as the first museum in Bricktown. And there's the Toy and Action Museum down in Pauls Valley that we would love to see in Bricktown, as well as some other museums even here in the metro area that I think have shown some interest. So our goal with the Bricktown Association is to continue to help this area grow, develop, and prosper so that businesses want to relocate here.
All right, well, thank you, Jim, for joining us. For all your latest downtown development news, visit my blog, okccentral.com. For all your latest news, weather, sports, and business information, visit newsok.com. And for all your restaurant listings, festivities, WIMGO. Hundreds of downtown buildings were torn down during the 1970s heyday of urban renewal. But there's a reason that the Criterion Theater stands out as a particularly bitter moment among old-timers in this city. The theater was built at 118 West Main in 1921, prior to the advent of talkies. The theater originally had seating for 1,650 people and was a virtual palace with its French-style lobby and Art Deco mezzanine. The theater was the last to go as urban renewal raised the block in 1973 for construction of the Sheraton Century Center Hotel M Plaza. The largely empty plaza and garage now stands on the former theater site. These photos and more can be purchased through Pictopia at News OK.